try and configure.
Kind of hard for Dragon Knight to win his lane.
True.
But he can get to a point in his lane where he doesn't need help anymore, and that'll free up Phoenix to start roaming and rotating. And we saw Era in the last game on Phoenix actually get a lot done through his rotations. He actually got a kill on Thompson's Tiny. He got a couple kills on his own lane. So the hero can make stuff happen.
Since I do play a lot of offlane, I've been very interested to see how Midwan adjusts. And I've been trying to keep track of his hero pool, and he definitely has not played Clockwork lately. So I looked it up. The last time he played Clockwork, he played 2 different games back in 2016.
Feels like a tough hero to play on 200 ping.
Yeah. I was very surprised to see that pickup.
I feel like Clockwork's hard to play on like 30 ping.
Yeah. It's also just like Clockwork's very much he can flop real hard, right? If you don't manage to hit those first couple of hooks and successfully get kills.
Oh, action on Phoenix here. Is forced to still dive.
He's going to be able to dive away. They actually, cute little play. They had the Oracle Fortune's End on the Nyx Assassin, and he was going to try and run down the Phoenix, but as you said, had to level dive to be able to get away and not give up that first blood.
Yeah, he didn't have boots. Nyx opted for the boots here. Eris opted for boots on both of his heroes, I think. He got it first on the Phoenix last game. We've seen that a bit from Phoenix's, but Soxa instead opting for a little bit of additional regen alongside his Windlace for the beginning of this laning phase.
And now it just means his lane impact is going to be significantly delayed with no Fire Spirits for a while.
Yeah, his level 1 isn't so strong.
And I question how strong the puck is going to be in top lane for this. I guess it is really good at pulling, I assume, right? Because you're a mobile hero, so...
It's okay at pulling, but the thing is you kind of need to like tank the creeps, right, when you're pulling somewhat.
Yeah. So we'll see what exactly No Tail does with this 5-position puck that is going to be paired up with the Clockwork, while 4 Soxa is behind the Dragon Knight.
Oh, look, the support man up here. They both, you're trying to like convince the other person that you're stronger than they are.
Yeah, and No Tail's the one to back down because Charlie, he jumps over, but they still get the first blood. The Fortune's End is just enough, and sure enough, just like last time, the tips start rolling in as soon as they see a mistake by OG.
That's a good time to use it. No Tail knows he fucked up there.
He just tries to move it off. The lane is going to push in as a result of Charlie trying to get aggressive like that. So they will get their level 2s. Still going to be costly, though. Thompson in the mid lane is the Arc Warden against Supreme's Meepo. Doubt Thompson can do anything to pressure a Meepo. But I guess we'll see what happens.
Snako doing some serious manning up here. I think he might die. Yeah, he's dead.
Yep, No Tail. He's going to have to go for the dive underneath the tower, and will probably die in exchange for getting that kill. But at least he got the experience. And he's going to give solo experience to mid 1 underneath the tower, so maybe he can get a fast level 3 for Battery Salt.
Yeah, not a terrible death for No Tail, even though he doesn't have his TP up. I actually have played quite a bit of 5 puck. I think it's nice in pub games when you know your teammates are just not going to help you.
Okay.
But you just need level 6 really. Like, and you just run around and you come from smoke in the same way that you would fiend script somebody. You just coil them. And a lot of heroes just can't deal with it.
Yeah. Mid 1 is level 3, and it's going to start going for Snako in the top lane, but he's going to be met by Charlie. He's always willing to help out his support. He did it last time for No Tail, and this time he almost gets the kill on a mid 1 as a result.
But No Tail jumped in here.
Yeah, that was quite dangerous if you got ensnared or anything. But Troll didn't actually go for Berserker's Rage. He, at level 2, went for Fervor. Guess feeling like he wasn't going to be melee form much anyway.
Lane's getting hard here for them. Troll, like you said, it's very good for Meepo when his side lanes can win, because it means the enemy team is not going to be converging on him anytime soon, because they're going to be busy catching up themselves.
Yeah, and as a Meepo, you don't have to worry about Flux at all, because you've got your buddy with you at all times. So I feel like there's very little ways that Thompson's going to be able to do anything against the Meepo. All he can do is just try and farm and keep up with the Meepo.
Arc Warden is good against Troll and Death Prophet, though. And it can be okay versus Meepo, but he needs to be able to... Meepo needs to be able to close the gap, right? Arc Warden's very much like a sniper.
So why is it good against Death Prophet?
Really long range. Death Prophet hates getting poked. When she has to run, it's like It's the same idea as like Arc Warden's very similar here to Sniper. That if you have to run through a muck of damage and slows and stuns to get to your actual targets, then that's when Death Prophet suffers.
Right. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Or like in the mid to late game, it's more so like heavy burst is really annoying for Death Prophet.
They chained the ensnare, nicely done by Supreme to make sure there was no escape to the orb.
Ah, yes, the life of 5 puck.
Yeah, it's not going to feel great against Meepo, that's for sure.
Not a hero you want to struggle on early, for sure.
Yeah. Soxa pops the healing salve and returns back to his lane, where Saberlight is, as expected, he's doing pretty well for himself. He's not out-CSing the Dragonite, though, which is maybe what you hope to see in what is a pretty free lane.
Yeah, it's kind of a 1v1 down here for Death Prophet versus DK, and I think DK has a bit of an advantage playing in the safe lane.
Yeah, he certainly can't get harassed out of the lane. Does have slightly less damage than Death Prophet, but
Quelling Blade.
Quelling Blade makes a pretty big difference. And being a melee hero in general, just good attack animation. Sineko killing No Tail again. And the tips roll through. Ninjas the Pyjamas, they seem to be bang for blood at this point in time. Really looking forward to knocking OG out of this group stage, if they can pull it off. Soxa jumps forward. Era, with the Spike Carapace, is able to return some damage, but it looks like he's going to burn out. He picked up the bounty rune before he died, but a big kill for Soxa.
Got him.
Looks like Meepo invading a little bit with Sineko on the other side of things. They managed to hold Thompson in place long enough for the Meepo to get on top of him. That burst damage wasn't quite enough, though, and Thompson is still being healed out by the last bit of Purifying Flames. Finally, he did get that kill. Meepo, at last, reached out and finished him off. So good trade-off support for a core like that. A very big core in the solo mid.
Yeah, Arc Warden was doing really well as well. The most CS for Radiant's team. Highest net worth. So big kill for Meepo there. 2 lanes going very, very well for NIP. The off lane not going as well, but not, you know, not a total disaster. A little bit of a wash, I'd say. But it's going to be up to Sumail this game, no doubt, to start making some action happen on the map. The question is whether or not NIP will be ready to face him as he starts to pressure Tier 1 towers.
Good read by mid one there, getting the cogs pushed back on Charlie. Saves him a bit of grief there, maybe even a death.
But look at his net worth.
It's so poor.
1,400 net worth offlane Clockwork. I hate this hero. I feel like this hero, like sometimes you see the clocks do well in laning phase, and then they get level 6 and they have like 2 bracers and boots, and they start moving around. And then their net worth just never moves, and they just sit at like 4 to 7K net worth the entire game.
I love playing Clockwork. I love playing him core when it's actually viable. But I was looking at the stats from ESL One, and I was like, man, Clockwork has like a 65% win rate. How? I feel like the hero just isn't that good.
I actually had a really important maybe there's action. I had a really important question for you I wanted to ask, but I don't want to disrupt the...
Oh, courier pickoff. Nice read by No Tail. But now he no longer has an orb to be able to jump away. Fortunately, Waning Rift can help you get some distance, but Troll is certainly faster than you. He gets an ensnare, another orb up, he gets to the other side of the cliff, and he's away.
Okay, real quick.
Okay,
you know how you can throw a pepper at your opponents?
Yeah.
If you could throw any food at somebody in a Dota 2 game, what would it be?
I don't know, what's the grossest food I can think of?
Eggplant.
Like balut or something? You try that?
The balut?
Yeah, it's like the half-fermented egg.
You're going to throw a balut at somebody? Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, the egg breaks. There's a... Never mind. That might be a little too gross for people, but... yeah. Something that would really gross them out. Or it'd be really sticky. One or the other.
Yeah.
But you're right. That was a pretty important question. What about you?
I'm going with the eggplant.
Eggplant? Okay. What is it about eggplant?
It's the eggplant emoji. What do you mean?
Ah, okay. You just want the image of this big purple eggplant hitting them in the mouth? I understand, Peter.
It's on top of their head. It lands on them.
Ah, gotcha.
Death Prophet ult on mid lane.
Yeah, they're going to try and go for a big push. And these kind of pushes, Arc Warden is not the biggest fan of. Feels like he can't really defend with his magnetic field so much.
Soxa, your courier.
You know, you just don't care. They don't give a damn about their courier's life.
Don't give a damn about their mid tower either.
Apparently not. OG is just like, all right.
They're just mooing away.
Yeah, chewing their cud, farming some neutrals. That's what they're doing.
What's cud?
It's the regurgitated grass that chows chew on all the time.
Cows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hence the mooing.
All right.
Thompson, he did build a Necronomicon first. We've seen this item already be an extremely important farming item for some heroes, and for, obviously, Arc Warden being able to have 2 of them. He is very rapidly going to start picking up the pace on his farm, but they're losing so much map control in the meantime, he may not have the time to farm all these neutral creeps and still come out on top. They're going to try and TP and defend, but it's a bit too late. The tower's gone. Can they get some kills? No, because it's a level 4 puck. Maybe with the Clockwork Hook they can catch somebody here. Charlie is nailed by that one. Still does not have his ultimate. Oh, he does now. It looks like he leveled it up but didn't pop it in time.
Poor Charlie, man. He was top taking this tower. He started his port bottom because he thought he was going to help defend this tier 1 from Dragon Knight. He canceled the port when he knew the tower was dead, and then ends up dying top because of it.
Now he's going to have to make a long walk back to a lane somewhere.
Well, Dragon Knight and Arc Warden still very, very farmed for OG. Meepo also very farmed, but that's kind of what this hero does. Always gets ahead.
Took the outpost just in time to even out the experience gain for both sides. Urn's almost done for Clock, so we need that fast Spirit Vessel that you were saying before.
Yeah, but they have an Oracle on their side. He could dispel it.
True.
Multiple ways.
Yeah, lots of ways to deal with that. Same goes with Troll. He's got his basic dispel anyway from Battle Trance.
Yeah. Yeah, the Troll Oracle combo. Amazing. Just gives him, how long is it? 6.5 plus 8 seconds, so 14 seconds of cannot die.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Yeah, pretty absurd.
Mixed with the amplifying of his heal, with the lifesteal he gets from his ultimate.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed full HP.
Any healing that's delayed by false promise is doubled.
Saberlight threatened a little bit by mid 1. This is the danger of Clockwork, though. Nice pick. That's going to take away his Urn.
Yep, no Urn for you. Another chicken kill.
These poor couriers, man. It's been a massacre out here in this series.
I really like this mooing emote they added.
I just wish that, where's the double downing here? It escalates to like 6 levels. We're only seeing 2.
But you yourself can only do 2, right? Before you get like the 1 minute chat band.
True, true.
But so you need other people to contribute.
Yeah, that's where the team synergy comes in.
I know. OG's really slacking on their chat wheel game. I think it might actually have a direct correlation with their success in game as well.
I completely agree.
So if I had to give one piece of advice to them, it would be just more mooing and...
I mean, I think I was telling Gods earlier in the cast, it feels like that some of these new guys to OG, they haven't really integrated into the OG culture if they're not spamming the chat wheel lines.
Yeah, isn't there the Seb one too? And
yeah.
Is it also dependent on the level of your battle pass?
It is.
I mean, these guys have some big battle passes.
Okay, that was a smoke, and Sumail ran a different direction than the other 2 OG members. His smoke broke on Saberlight, and while he did have a Blink Dagger, it seems like he wasn't really anxious to use it since his 2 other allies weren't that close to him.
Yeah, they really need to jump the Oracle in the fights. Otherwise, very tough for them to actually kill somebody. They only have like the 1 stun.
This is a hard kill. That's why they're going to need the Dragon Knight as well here. They're going to initiate with the hook shot. All the Meepos zoom in, so now that Clockwork is probably going to die right away. Battery Assault of no use. No Tail, he throws down his coil to be able to keep the Meepo here a little bit longer. Sumail, he threw out what damage he could, but the Meepo's still alive, and he turns around and kills out the egg. Now OG on the run. Sumail and No Tail both hoping they can escape. Sumail, Blink Dagger inside of the enemy base. TP's out. He's good before the ensnare lands. Looks like No Tail. Yeah, he's dead. So that's 3 dead for a failed attempted gank on Meepo. This is looking like a terrible game, Peter.
Come on, Cav. Don't be like that. What are you saying?
I mean, it's looking rough. We said they had to pressure.
I think it was a solid attempt at pressure onto the Meepo. Unfortunately, they really are just lacking damage overall. Their supports, the Phoenix Sunray was doing a lot of damage. He's maxing it out here. But Era on the Nyx Assassin ran over there, carapassed it, canceled that, and DK is more of a... Meepo's tanky.
Yeah.
We got action in game, though.
Back inside the game, Thompson in some trouble here. Charlie gonna try and chase him down, popping the ultimate here. The battle trance, he's hoping for an ensnare. He needs to be able to get this kill, but he dies before he can kill Thompson. Okay, that turns things around significantly. That was a 3K lead, now dipped down to 2K. Nice use of the Oracle as he blocks the magic damage, snaps the coil, and now No Tail finds that Supreme is here as well.
No Tail is being very aggressive in this game.
Yeah. Is that a criticism or just a comment?
It's just a observation.
It is what it is, you know. He's being aggressive.
Yeah. Leaning towards engaging the opponents rather than you know, maybe like choosing fist fights a bit better.
I actually went for the breathe fire reduction on the Dragonite in this game.
That's super rare, but maybe it's good versus Meepo.
Yeah. Same goes with the troll, I guess.
Oh, I was thinking because Meepo has multiple units.
Yeah,
right,
for
so
sure.
It has extra additional value. But
no,
yeah, most people choose mana regen on him. But he does have a Royal Jelly.
Yeah.
Right.
So that could be part of the reason.
That's like half the talent right there. More than half the talent. Maybe he felt like he doesn't need it, but.
All right. What's the next timing? Oh no, a ward that immediately gets dewarded.
Check.
By the creeps. At least he knows there is fresh vision there. What is OG? What's their like timing?
Phoenix level 12 is good.
Okay.
Dragonite BKB is good. And I would say Spirit Vessel on Clockwork, but that seems like a distant dream.
Yeah.
And they have the spells for it anyways.
I'm looking at Ninjas of Pyjamas. This troll's getting... He got an early basher, so maybe that plays into what you were talking about, how we need this troll to be more active to protect the Meepo.
Yeah, DP's going for pipe, right? Skipping the duels. I was at least right on that.
Yeah.
Troll's going for the basher, maybe just trying to, you know, I don't know, I guess just stun some people, right?
It's just a fairy fire chilling there. Weird.
OG's looking like they're in some trouble right now.
Yeah, because it's Meepo time. They've got Blink Dagger, E-Blade.
Okay, they're going to try on top here.
Not a bad idea, but running into the Nyx Assassin first is not the greatest. They do manage to get a two-man coil, but now they're two-man silence, two-man impaled, and the troll, he's free to feast. Fortunately, there's a really good cogs that double pushes back the troll. He turns into range form and starts laying into mid-one instead. But unfortunately, the Supernova didn't actually hit the damage onto Charlie, and Saberlight was bailed out by Seneko. Hits him with the false promise. Samael retreats. He does once again escape from a bad team fight, but this is the second time now that OG have chosen to engage and been met with a very strong rebuttal from Ninjas of Pyjamas.
I suppose another timing they have coming is Thompson's Mjolnir. That'll give them a lot of damage.
Okay.
And if he shows up to the fight with, you know, 2 Mjolnirs, maybe they can make a difference. But I think that was, you know, that was OG's attempt at making a play, and it wasn't even close to anything good happening for them there.
No, certainly not. No Tail looks like he's going to barrel straight to the Roshan pit, see if he can jump in and grab the Aegis, but he's too late for that. If anything, he's got to be careful of those orbs. Era, he's always sneaking around and may spike carapace you into an impale. There is the Mjolnir complete for the Arc Wardens, so significant upgrade in damage, plus we have the active that can place out. There's a lot of different sources of damage, Exorcism Ghost, multiple Meepos, Troll's very fast attack speed, so we could have Lightning just zapping all over the place.
Yeah, it has a huge range too, so it can...
Oh, Era, no!
Someone's
got into his head, couldn't hit the hasted Samael with the impale, does manage to land it onto the Arc Warden, but that on the different side, Meepo, that's way more important as he managed to find his initiation, gets a little bit separated by the cogs, but eventually does manage to chase down mid-one, it looks like. He turns around, hook shots onto the troll, creates some distance, maybe he's out, he's good, behind the tier 2, he's away. Ninjas the Pyjamas don't want to overextend themselves here. Pretty happy with the way the game was going, and yeah, pause. Looked like somebody was lagging or something.
Meepo whacking the Meepos right now.
Yeah, Supreme. Apparently this is his game. And he is bodying Samael. There's a ping difference there. $6,000 net worth lead for Ninjas of Pyjamas. And, you know, normally I would say, okay, it's a meepo lineup. They're supposed to be ahead, much like an Alchemist, but the sad part is that it's not just a meepo carry game, right? They've got a troll carry on top of it.
Yeah, the backup secondary carry, worst case scenario, meepo just becomes a space creator. Would Troll be able to carry the game himself at that point? Potentially. I think Arc Warden's quite good against him. And Arc Warden's definitely farmed. Much more farmed than Troll, so definitely want to keep the meepo's momentum. And they probably want to try and, I don't know, honestly end the game pretty soon.
They have some sick combinations here, but I'm not sure if they're going to put used to it. A nice Impale comes out, locking up the 2 Arc Wardens, but Saberlight, he is being targeted right now. Fortunately, the Oracle is going to bail him out. He'll probably still die. At the same time, Oracle also goes down. Saberlight has taken so much damage. He managed to pop the double magnetic field. Saberlight's still alive for a little bit longer, but finally he does go down. The real Thompson limps away from the fight. Charlie trying to lay some damage into Samael, but it all turns around. Saberlight and the rest of Ninjas and Pyjamas, they're all going to fall here unless Supreme can clean this up for them. He's the only one left alive. OG. Love to be able to kite and keep this meepo around, but I think they just accept the 1-for-4 exchange, 1-for-5 exchange, excuse me, for that team fight.
Yeah, big overextend by NIP there. Fighting on the low ground over here against the Arc Warden. It caused their meepo and Death Prophet to be in quite a precarious position, especially the Death Prophet, which led to Oracle putting himself in a bad position just so he could get the ultimate off to save the Death Prophet, and that ended up getting him killed. And they slowly just got...
Now they're going to catch Supreme while some heroes are still out of position from Ninjas and Pyjamas. They do have the active onto the clockwork. It's perched off by the Oracle. That last Supreme meepo, he finally runs him down. Mid one gets that kill as he dies, but he says it's all worth it, baby. Saxa, he's also going to fall, and okay, maybe it becomes a little bit more questionable. You've lost 3 for that 1 meepo.
Yeah, Troll killed the puck closer to the mid lane here. I thought Suneko would try to save the meepo. I know he didn't have his ultimate, but he did have Fate's Edict available, which would have made his low meepo magic immune. But he was just focused on doing damage, just killing. So maybe, in my opinion, a slight mistake there by Suneko.
Yeah, maybe a missed opportunity. Blink Dagger now for the Nyx Assassins, so we didn't really have the clearest initiation for Ninjas and Pyjamas, and I don't think Blink Nyx is incredible, but it's a start.
It is really hard to push and end the game against Arc Warden.
Yep.
And that's, meepo does hit a timing, especially around the Roshans and the Aegises, where he wants to force the issue. And yeah, they might just be able to defend high grounds and maybe catch NIP overextending like they did in that previous fight.
Yeah.
I can see a window where OG wins this game now.
They certainly have really strong team fight as well, right? They've got the Arc Warden bubble with the Supernova. That combination.
Yep, Phoenix is almost level 12 now as well, so his egg's going to be that much more difficult to kill. That being said, if meepo does get on the egg, he will kill it.
Yeah.
But they have clockwork to, I don't know, disrupt to help kind of save the egg.
Yeah, they've got lots of initiation and frontliners to create space for that egg, and then on top of that, they've got the coil, which maybe can lock down a lot of meepos away from the egg as well. So certainly plenty of combos that could work for OG to win big team fights.
Yeah, Charlie about to finish his BKB though. That'll be a huge boost for NIP's team fight. Yeah, looks like
mid one.
In trouble here.
Yeah. Can't really show up in a lane almost ever against this meepo by yourself. They are going to make their initiation to mid lane, but Charlie still managed to get off his ultimate, and they couldn't get the silence off before the ultimate. So now this troll is going to be healed up to full, even as the supernova explodes on him. He should get all, not full, but maybe it's enough to be able to keep him alive. A nice 2-man impale from Era, and Charlie keeps it going. He presses forward, finishes off the Phoenix, and now the Exorcism pop by Saberlight. If they can actually just get it disabled, they make sure to throw the urn.
1 second.
1 more second, he can blink forward. If he hits the impale, they should have Samael dead to rights, and they do land it. Get on top of Samael. Big, big kill. Well done by Era. Canceling the blink with the urn, and then finally landing the blink impale like that.
Yeah, I didn't realize he had a blink. He decided to skip rushing the Spirit Vessel and instead opted for getting the blink and netting them 1, if not 2 kills here.
Do you like that decision, just because they were kind of lacking the initiation before, that it's better for him to find an option there?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think they're really lacking damage. I don't think they have a problem killing heroes when they get on top of them.
Charlie.
Especially not No Tail.
He killed his courier on the way in, and then they killed him.
Yeah, that's the worst when you're dead and not getting passive gold.
Some point in time, somebody's going to break down the average amount of courier kill gold in games.
I would love to see. I would love to know which professional player has lost the most couriers since the change.
Yeah.
I bet it's a carry player.
It's not an insignificant amount that is being fed away from all these couriers dying.
Phoenix dying as well here. Just wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, you can't defend this tier 2. I don't think you could defend any of your outer towers unless you are full 5-man.
With Phoenix dead, they may look to... I don't know. No? It doesn't look like they're popping high ground.
Yeah, maybe they think it's a little bit too dangerous since Roshan could respawn in a minute and a half.
Definitely. And they're about to finish Scotty on Meepo, which will be another power spike for him.
In which case, the Spirit Vessel, Scotty is like a late-game Spirit Vessel against that Dragonite. It does reduce the regen now.
True, true, true. So I feel like it's only really effective against Dragonite. And Dragonite's about to have his BKB anyways.
Yeah.
But it's a nice item for Meepo to tank up. It helps him stay on top of his targets. Arc Warden wants to do a lot of kiting. You know, he'll run away with his main hero while casting spells with his illusion. And a Scotty will definitely help keep him in place.
Do you think it goes through BKB?
What?
I mean, because Scotty goes through BKB like the slow, right? So the anti-regen, that might go through BKB as well. I actually have no idea. Be like, interesting to see.
Yeah, I would think it would.
Sumail, he managed to find an opening here, caught the Nyx assassin, managed to stun him before he gets anything off. Charlie, though, is gunning straight for No Tail, while they do have the hook shot onto Saberlight. Saberlight's doing a lot of damage back to mid one, but Saberlight being targeted so heavily he's going to be bailed out by the Oracle. Now he turns and finishes off mid one, but Charlie is still tearing it up a storm, pretty much killing anybody he gets on top of. Fortunately, there was the TP escape from Thompson. Sumail not going to be so lucky, though.
Well, it kind of looked like a good fight at the beginning there for OG, able to pick off the Nyx without him getting any spells off, but the Death Prophet did so much damage. Troll was in there putting in work, and Meepo found the Phoenix Egg on the back line and just killed that to start the fight.
As that magnetic field's increasing the triple attack or quadruple attack from the tower.
I saw Layla's tweeted this morning. He says, which hero do you hate playing as the most? And most people said Tinker, Techies, and Sniper. I'd like to submit Arc Warden to that list. The fact that this bubble stops you from doing any damage to the tower, and it has to hit like, the tiniest little sliver of the tower, that enrages me.
I think top lane, it's just the illusion, but still 240 gold. I think playing against a Arc Warden that is fully kitted out is the worst for 5 positions. They are going to be turning on this Clockwork, who thought he had an opening because all the Meepo showed themselves top. So it seems like OG thought they could maybe get a pick. It did force out the BKB of the Troll, but it also made mid one lose his life.
Yeah, how's mid one doing?
Not great.
6K net worth.
Yeah.
Must be getting a lot of rocket CS.
Probably. Does have the Spirit Vessel complete. You want to change that Vambrace into Strength.
I love getting CS across the map with Rocket. You know, you're top lane, you shoot the Rocket all the way to the bottom, and you have to time it with the creep wave where it's going to be.
Especially if it's like a really big wave, so there's like double or triple range creeps. Ooh. So 2 different rockets will always guarantee that CS for you.
Juicy.
That is tasty right there. What's even tastier for Ninjas of Pyjamas? The taste of victory.
Rocket
and
Scout's
it's
Roshan.
Just on the tip of their tongue if they can get this Roshan unimpeded. It's spotted by OG, but it looks like they don't have a plan to defend. Aegis and Cheese for Nip. This could be the beginning of the end for OG. Will they be able to hold their high ground with the Arc Warden? Can Thompson carry OG through this dark point?
It would definitely be a MVP quality performance from Thompson if he could.
He did just manage to finish up his MKB, so he does right-click very, very hard. Problem is, he doesn't have much of a supporting cast, and as they just keep on getting picked off, mid one's going to be found again. He just died. Fortunately, the hookshot onto No Tail does get him away, but there's Supreme catching up. The nice Cogs pushback.
The Nets.
the Nets, they're going to catch him here, but now he's up into the tier 3. He's still going to complete this kill, it looks like. He really wants it badly, diving way past the tier 3s now, but OG...
He's so strong.
Yeah, he really is. And he's able to just heal up the Meepos pretty quickly if he can farm up a camp or two. The Sun Rays, a bit threatening though. All the Meepos get out. Thompson was split pushing the mid lane with his Tempest double at the same time. All right, that's a lot of ping mid.
Yeah,
I believe he wants Sumail to get the fuck out of there. Blink away, Sumail! Sumail, no!
Just a beacon before, but there's a basher.
Yeah, there's a bash on Charlie, so Sumail just can't TP out anymore. And very likely to die here unless he survives long enough to Dragon Tail. That's not the case.
Arrow with a little last hit there. Yep. Take that gold. Thank you, Carry.
He's got to finish up his Spirit Vessel after all. Still working on that. 17,000 net worth lead for Endangered Pyjamas. Just seems to grow and grow. DD now for Charlie. He still has plenty of room to grow as he's still working on a Satanic, so that way he can shrug off all of those disables. And then he'd be basically having like 4 different lives between his ult, Satanic, Oracle, and then Supreme still working on his 2 lives as he has the Aegis in hand.
The Death Prophet ult does work through the Arc Ward and Bubble shield, so that can be some tower damage for them.
Yeah, good way for them to siege, especially when he's got the Oracle behind him. He could feel a lot more confident, though. You could see that physical damage from Thompson. It's pretty threatening.
No repair kit available for OG.
Rolled poorly, I see. Thompson will lose his Tempest double. Saberlight gets back to it, but Sumail's going to make his initiation. They're going to try and blow up Saberlight as quick as possible, but Supreme has already jumped the backline, killed the Phoenix, gotten on top of the real Arc Warden, and brought him down as well. There is no buyback from Thompson, even if there was one from Zoxa. Sumail on the run. They do have the coil locking down some of these heroes, but no, Zoxa, he dived in and immediately got scythe-vised by the Meepo, couldn't get off the Supernova.
I think that's it.
And that is probably just it. GG is called. Saberlight said at the start of this series, he is going to be the one to knock OG out of this tournament, and true to his word, OG is now out of ESL One Birmingham.